Fyodor Dostoevsky isn't just read, he's felt. His words don't just speak to the mind, they pierce the soul. Born in 1821, Dostoevsky survived things that would break most people: a mock execution, years of exile in Siberia, and isolation among hardened criminals. But through this suffering, something extraordinary awakened in him, a vision of humanity in its rawest, most honest form. His stories, Crime and Punishment, The Idiot, The Brothers Karamazov, Notes from Underground, don't follow simple plots. They confront you. They ask, who are you when no one's watching? Can compassion survive heartbreak? And what if rationality is just another mask? In a world that rewards performance and punishes sincerity, Dostoevsky doesn't offer polished answers. He offers something more dangerous: truth. Not surface-level truth, but the kind that forces you to look inward, to feel uncomfortable, to confront your contradictions. And nowhere is this more powerful than in The Idiot, Dostoevsky's radical experiment in goodness. Dare to be gentle in a world obsessed with image. The gentle heart is an idiot, Dostoevsky once wrote. Not as an insult, but as a warning to the world. Enter Prince Myshkin, the so-called idiot. Fresh out of a Swiss clinic where he was treated for epilepsy, Myshkin re-enters Russian society, but he doesn't fit in. He's painfully sincere, honest without an agenda, compassionate to the point of discomfort. He listens deeply, forgives quickly, and never hides behind cleverness or pride. In a room full of status chasers and image obsessives, Myshkin stands still, calm, vulnerable, and real. And what happens? He's laughed at, used, rejected. Society sees his innocence not as strength, but as stupidity. His empathy makes people uncomfortable. His kindness is mistaken for weakness. But that's exactly Dostoevsky's point. When a society is upside down, where deception is clever and cruelty is power, then perhaps the real fool is the one who follows the crowd. Scroll through social media and you'll see it. Boldness is prized, not gentleness. Status beats sincerity, and people would rather look impressive than actually be kind. We're taught to armor up, to always have the upper hand, to dominate, outperform, and win. But what does that win us? More isolation, more performance, less soul. Prince Myshkin shows us another path, not the easy one, but the real one. To love, even when it leaves you exposed. To forgive, even when it makes no sense. To remain soft in a world built on sharp edges. Dostoevsky wasn't just writing fiction. He was holding up a mirror, asking us, what if true strength isn't dominance, but the courage to stay kind? What if keeping your heart open is the most rebellious thing you can do? Myshkin, like a modern-day Christ figure, enters a broken world not with strategy, but with sincerity. He doesn't outwit his enemies. He simply refuses to become one of them. And like Christ, he's misunderstood, mocked, betrayed. But that's where the power lies, because in a world obsessed with image, it takes real courage to be innocent. Not clueless, not naive, but innocent in the way we still see beauty. Innocent enough to believe in people, to care deeply, to feel fully. And in the end, that's the paradox Dostoevsky leaves us with. The world may call the gentle heart foolish, but maybe that heart is the only thing that's still alive. In a world obsessed with image, being real is radical. We learn early: hide the softness, bury the emotion, perform the part. Smile when you're tired, laugh when you're hurting, pretend you're in control. But Dostoevsky, the great Russian soul surgeon, gave us a different path. He created Prince Myshkin, a man so open-hearted, so sincere, that the world called him a fool. But was he? He didn't know how to fake interest. He didn't know how to lie. He met cruelty with compassion and betrayal with forgiveness. And for that, society tore him apart. We think being smart means being guarded, never showing too much, never caring too deeply. But look around. We're drowning in clever people and starving for the real ones. We don't need more dominance. We need more tenderness. We don't need louder voices. We need more quiet souls who still feel. Myshkin's strength wasn't in power. It was in his refusal to stop loving, even when love gave him nothing in return. That's not weakness. That's courage. To walk through a fake world without becoming fake. That's rare. To stay soft without being broken. That's holy. Dostoevsky wasn't romanticizing innocence. He was warning us. If we trade truth for status and empathy for ego, we lose the only thing that makes life bearable, our humanity. So dare to be gentle, dare to feel, dare to forgive people who don't deserve it. They'll call you naive. Let them. Because in a time where masks are currency, being real is rebellion.